Voila! Hey my dudes, how's it hanging? It's your boy ZNF1 here. So today I want to talk with you guys about how to make a heating lamp that's all organic, you know, and don't really need to rely on using electricity or anything like that for it, and only ultimately costs you 4 cents per hour. But in emergency situations, it can do a really good job at heating a medium-sized room pretty decently, or enough to make it where it's tolerable, you know, for most people. Pretty simple and easy to make, but before we go on and get into this, let's cue intro. Alright, so this heating lamp is pretty easy to make. The main things you're going to need are going to be your pots. So do terracotta ones, or ceramic is another name they go by. Got to make sure they have holes in the bottom of them. Both of these do. You need one 6-inch pot and then one 5-inch pot. This was the closest I could get to it, so we're gonna go with it, you feel me? Alright, and now I will tell you guys what the other things that you're gonna need to have are. Alright, so aside from your 2 flower pots here, you're also going to need a 6-inch base to go with the 6-inch pot, and it needs to have a hole in it. I had a drill one in mine and it was a pain in the ass, but it has to be a 1/2 inch. Then you're gonna need a 1/2 inch rod. 12 inches is what we're gonna cut it down to here, but I got a 24 inch because the one I initially looked at was a like dual lamp. We're just gonna go ahead and make one out of it and use the other rod to show you guys how it would hang on whatever it is you're trying to put it on. Now, if you're just making one little lamp, get about 4 or 5 of these tiny little candles. And then you need 14 nuts and 11 washers. Those are all 1/2 inch, by the way. So 1/2 inch washers, 1/2 inch nut, 1/2 inch threaded steel pipe or line. Then you need an odd number of chain links. So it doesn't have to be, you know, exactly 11, but that's what I got because that's what the video I watched on this stuff told me. So you just need that, and then to, you know, measure stuff out, get a tape measure so you can measure out the steel rod and everything. And in case, you know, you want to double check, make sure that your base is 6 inches, and then also your pots are the correct measurements diameter wise. Alrighty, so in order to cut the steel rod in half, what you're going to need is a hacksaw, or if you're fortunate enough to have a roommate like me who has a angle grinder you can use to cut metal rods and stuff like that, or something that's, you know, like an angle grinder but it's meant to cut piping and everything. Use that. Always make sure you're wearing safety equipment and being smart whenever you're doing this stuff. We're going to go ahead and cut this down to 12 inches and in half, so that way we can use it for our one lamp that we're trying to make. Alright, so start off, you want to get your 6-inch pot, your steel rod. So to start off, what you want to do is get a washer on first, like I have so here. Then a 1/2 inch nut, about 1 inch onto the steel rod. And then you get a second one, and put it on there. Having like 2 nuts is just to ensure tightness. And then grab your chains and put them on there. You want to loop them so that way you got something to hang off of there with that loop. Put on your 3rd nut and tighten her down, you know. Next, slide it through the hole, you know. Then what you're going to do next is you take 2 more nuts and another washer. First, put on the washer though. Slide her all the way to the bottom of the pot there. Pretty easy to get these guys on, but putting these nuts on, it'll take a minute, so I'm gonna shut off the camera and I'll see you guys shortly. All right, so once you got this, what you wanna do is grab another washer, slide her all the way down on top of that nut you got right there in the back, and then take your small pot, loop it over, feed it in there. Then what you want to do next is grab 2 nuts and a washer. First, put the washer onto the base of the pot. Then put on nut number 1. Now the reason why you want 2 of these bad boys is so you can make this whole part of the pot, or the smaller pot, locked in place, so that way it doesn't move around. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and then I'm gonna just cut her out here since it does take a minute again. Another thing you can do to make this flower pot heater even better is to smash the shit out of that like button or hit the subscribe button. Really fucking makes it top quality. All joking aside though, my dudes, it really does help out the channel and helps us get us further up in the algorithm to help others learn things like this, to be independent of these systems that we live in. So when you guys do this, thank you. It really does mean a lot to me, and it also helps to get this information out to other people that would love to learn things like these or might need to. Then once you got those nice and secured, make sure that they're tight because it's very important. Then grab another washer, another nut, fasten them on. Then once you get that secured all the way, what you want to make sure to do is grab 6 more of them and just throw on one after the other. So once you get done with the nut, throw another washer on, and then the other nut, tighten it down, keep going and going and going until you get all 6 more of them on there. Alright, so the reason why we have so many nuts and washers in here on top of the steel rod is because all that heat that builds up from the candles is going to get stored inside the steel. So it'll retain that heat and it'll be able to produce it and, radiate it better because it's trapping all of it. Alright, so the last thing we need to do here is to put on our last nut and washer underneath the base piece, which will hold the candles, like so. Put it on there a little bit for now and screw on the old nut. Voila, there you go. The reason why you put a nut and washer on the bottom and just one of each is so you can adjust the flow, or like the airflow, the fuel for the fire. So the tighter it is, the less oxygen you have to go in there. So you can put it out essentially by doing that, but you want to slide your candles in here. The reason why I say get 4 or 5 is because it'll go all the way around the rod, and then you will have it to where it's actually absorbing way more heat. I unfortunately forgot to grab more of the tiny little saucer candles like a dumbass, but you guys get the point nonetheless. So once you do that, you just light your candles like so, and you can make a little hanger piece for like a piece of furniture decoration. It's where you can just slide something between these chains here and then it'll just hang. Or what you can do is you take the chain off and loop it over something. Like I have a open closet inside my bedroom. I could just undo the nut here up top for the chain and then throw it over that, and I could use that as a place to keep the little heat lamp hanged up. But yeah, now you guys got yourselves your little flower pot heat lamp. Places where you could hang up your flower pot heater, anything really that's stable and has a lip or like a arm that you can hang the chain on. You feel me? So mic stands, or there's various things. I just can't think of too many currently off the top of my head. But that's all today though, my dudes. Isn't that pretty cool? Like a little neat nifty craft you can do at home with your family. Just to mention, most of the time, whenever you get those bases for your flower pots, you do have to drill the hole in them yourselves. It's pretty rare for them to have a hole in them. As long as you got drill bits, You can do it. It just takes a minute. Just be careful. It does take a little bit of time. You got to be patient. And when it goes through the pot, it goes through. So just be aware, you know, that it might fucking slam against whatever's under it. All right, well, that's gonna be it for us today, my dudes. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Really does mean a lot to me when you guys do this. Also helps to, you know, let me know what you guys are enjoying that I'm putting out there for you. In addition to getting us further up in that YouTube algorithm and helping others out there too. If you guys want a more interactive experience with us, come join us on streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Central Time for, you know, more survival stuff, memes, dark humor, conspiracies, all that fun stuff, you know, stuff that we normally do here on the channel. But I'll leave links for that as well as our Z-Tribe Discord in the description below. And we do movie/weeb night every other Friday. So this coming Friday, we'll be doing another one in addition to tomorrow on Halloween as well too. We'll be doing like a movie marathon after stream and doing, you know, horror related things. But with that being said though, my dudes, if you guys did make it to the end here, leave the word heater in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end and that you guys are part of the 100% club. By the way, you guys, these flower pot heaters are good for medium-sized rooms, just so you're aware. So if you want to get it for a large-sized room, you know, or want to be more likely to cover more area inside your house, you got to make more of them. That's going to be it for us, my dudes. Until next time, please don't forget to, you know, live long and prosper. Take care and peace. Keep it 1,000,000% real. And remember, fuck the system. I'll see you guys on the flip side.